All right, we should be live. Good afternoon, everyone. The day is Wednesday, November 19th. The time's 12:43 p.m. Temperature's about 4 degrees Celsius, although I'm feeling a little bit overdressed, and that is a view of Eglinton Avenue West. Alicia Lewis is here, Drew Costin, A. Petrus, Demi 7, Jillian Felix, Brown 42, Harjot, Marge, Mr. Adams Apple, Robert Sprite, Canada, Zach McNally, and nearly 100 of you already, and I just fired this up. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I'm just chilling here on a bench. Let me just make sure the audio is working. I can see the video is coming in A-OK. Yep, everything is good. We should be live, 4K enabled, 60 frames per second, stereo sound. Well, at least it's coming out of both channels. We're all good in the hood. So I was just doing a video up in this area at Cedarvale. So what I'm going to do is walk over to the brand new Mount Dennis station. Well, kind of brand new. It's in an old Kodak building. And on November 16th, GO Train and Up Express service started there. Unfortunately, no Line 5 crosstown action. Same goes for here at Cedarvale station, which just sounds totally wrong. It's really Eglinton West in my mind, and I'm sure a lot of people are always going to refer to it as Eglinton West, but the signs are changing. They're saying Cedarvale now. Also interesting to note that Dundas station now has signs on it that say TMU, which is kind of odd. Hey, Mark M, Josh, Marie Palmer, our gang, the Little Rascals, Surbout, JD, Mark D, Mark 311, and Howard Charco. Thank you guys for tuning in as well. So I'm going to get my lazy ass off the bench, which I'm sitting on in a moment, and we're going to be going that way, about 4.5 kilometers. This walk should only take, if I power walked it, less than an hour, but we're streaming, and I already killed some time sitting here, so hopefully I can stretch it out to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours, but I tend to walk pretty fast. Greetings, Maycott. So if you ever see that I haven't posted a video premiere in the morning, 9 a.m. EST every morning is when I normally do it, except Sundays. I'm now doing those at 10 a.m. But if you don't see a video posted, that means I'm going to go live later that morning or afternoon. I can still go live later that morning or afternoon if I don't post a video, or if I do post a video, but usually that'll be a bit later in the late afternoon or evening. Also on Sunday, there's going to be no video, because unless I've got my dates wrong, that's going to be the date of the Santa Claus parade, so I'll be there live streaming that instead. But there's been no doubt a lot of transit nerds walking through here. I saw a few people with cameras. There's a dude with 2 very serious cameras up ahead. But they just opened up that station entrance over there, so you no longer have to cross at the Allen Road. And they opened up that one over there. And that one over there. You're going to see all of those in an upcoming video. Probably tomorrow. I've got another neat video I recorded as they're changing the signs from Eglinton West to Cedarvale. I've got another kind of unique video I've recorded that I think will be Friday or Saturday. That one will be a tour of a house in Leslieville. Alicia is here. So this is going to take us through the Little Jamaica neighborhood and through Fairbank. And we're just going to keep trekking along Eglinton all the way till I get to Mount Dennis. It looks like I just missed the light here. Smoother Deadbolt. I don't even know any of those bands, but it looks like that show has come and gone. There's some new condos going up. Glencairn Station is just north of here on line 1. Sanjay and Kingston is here. Medano, Josh, Fuzzy Colossus, and a few others. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that fun stuff. Chris283, Mackie Levis. I think I read that wrong. Oh, I cut my fingernails and I can't get my little tripod extenders out. Come on. Dave Peters says, be prepared to be stream sniped. By who? Greetings, sweet cheeks. Transit history by mobility scooters here. Demi almost forgot the like button. You better not forget that like button. It's a very important button. Holy shit, Chad Wabagwan. Dropping a very nice super chat. Chad, the man, thank you so much for the $20 super chat kicking off this Wednesday morning live stream. Or morning for me, afternoon for you guys. The new entrance. Cross Allen Faster. Shouldn't it say cross the Allen Faster? Don't most people call it the Allen Expressway? Cross Allen. I'm just going to put my camera down for a second. I'm totally not doing my belt up an extra notch, but that's exactly what I'm doing. Oh, my pants falling down. Someone's not too happy when someone else is driving over there, laying on that horn. JPS says, hi Johnny and the gang, you're in Toronto on St. Joseph Street. Well, we're nowhere near there. First timer here, it's nighttime in Dubai. There's a land far away. Use the underpass inside station to cross Allen Road. Well, then you don't have to wait for the long light cycles. That's certainly going to be handy in really bad weather. And there are elevators up and down you can take if you're curious as to what it's like in here. I covered this in a video. I'll give you a quick peek. And I'm gonna really start moving towards Mount Dennis. Line 1 and line 5 that way. Yeah, we've got this big nice new area. And that'll lead you all the way to the other side. Sebastian says that's near your high school. Drew says, damn, your camera quality is crisp. We're actually upscaling it to 4K. I should have flipped it over to native 4K, because usually in the colder weather it does a little better. So the natural cooling, but oh well. Greetings, Stephanie Jackson. is here as well. Over 200 viewers. Thank you guys. Is this a 3D or a touch map? Did I just do that? I don't think it's doing anything when I touch it. Davisville elevator out of service. The service should be running hopefully by the end of the year, but it's also 5 years overdue, so let's not count our chickens before they hatch. There's a police station over there. There's a fire truck with its lights on that ran into the police station. That's interesting. So I'm just going to stick to the north side of Eglinton here. I did a walk through Little Jamaica about a month ago. I was on the south side. Vishal says it is touchscreen, it's just laggy. Oh, that is terribly laggy. When I lived in Korea, they had big screens like that that were not laggy at all, and that was like 15, 20 years ago. 2007 is when I got there. But we're just going west all the way till I get to Mount Dennis. Then the plan is there's a new station there that's servicing the GO lines, the Kitchener GO lines, as well as the Up Express. But not yet Line 5, so I'm gonna record in that station. So to get there, might as well live stream our way over there. I took the should be back. So anything you say now is going to be recorded, so just don't... Let me make sure. So what happened, guys, was we got an emergency alert. It was just a test, and that knocked my whole system off. So I'm just waiting for the stream to come back up, and I'm going to confirm that. There was a nice lady who stopped to have a chat right when that was happening. She was asking me about my channel and where I was live streaming, and embarrassingly, all I could tell her was it just died. But we should be back. Can you see it? Sorry guys, that was a test of the emergency broadcasting system. Let's go move this to the right. All the way to the... Where I was live streaming, embarrassingly. There you go. So we're back. We're live. Sorry guys.
All right. Text you, I'll say the blonde chick.
Do you want to be on again or no? And no, do you want to be on again or no? You can just say hi or no. It's up to you.
Hello.
All right.
How are you, everyone?
So she stopped to assist in my moment of technical incompetency. But so what was your name again? It was nice to meet you. All right, cheers.
Take care.
Friendly lady. Sorry, what happened was that emergency alert knocked my live stream off, and then my 5G connection died. So I lost everything. I completely lost everything, but I was able to revive it without having to start a new stream. Mike Landry 2. Mike Landry number 2, thank you so much for the super. Cheers, Mike Landry number 2. So we're gonna keep moving here. So the goal is to keep walking all the way to Mount Dennis Station. But thank you everyone for bearing with me during that emergency alert, which knocked my phone offline. I had to restart both of my phones. But we're entering Little Jamaica, a neighborhood that was, like many neighborhoods along Eglinton, ravaged by the LRT construction. A lot of the businesses had a tough time because Eglinton was basically a disaster zone. It was dug up completely. There were businesses that didn't survive, some that just held on by a thread. There's also new developments and an increase in rent for these businesses and the people that live in the neighborhood. So a lot of people are being priced out, which is unfortunate because this is an area steeped with history. Reggae Lane is just across the street. There's a large Jamaican and Caribbean Canadian population in the area. And in fact, this was an area outside of Jamaica that produced the most reggae in the entire world, I think, throughout the 70s and part of the 80s. Greetings, Marty M. Homeboy says greetings from the Netherlands. Philip says it's nice I picked up where I left off. We're quite fortunate to be able to do that. Sometimes you have to kill the whole stream. There's the Culture Cafe. Looks like they're selling a lot of ice cream. Ready? What's the scoop? This area is going to be a lot more accessible to a lot of people once the crosstown finally opens. Not everyone likes taking a bus across Eglinton. It can be kind of slow. You get stuck in traffic. But there's going to be a few stations where you can easily walk here. Tote Cannabis. Randy's Patties, the famous Randy's Patties, which reopened recently across the street. Canadian Korean Buddhist Association. Delicious Jamaican cuisine. Hey, we're back up to 267 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. And I have just walked the length of one LRT stop. We started at Cedarvale, formerly Eglinton West, and now we're at Oakwood Station. Not open, not operating. Next up at Dufferin will be Fairbank Station. LRV testing underway. Demi7 says Randy's Patties is really good. They've got a location at the new food hall at the Eaton Center. Not sure why they need to use all of this land up for that. Naughtybot says the TTC says stay tuned for the first opening date of the Finch LRT in a few weeks. Neat. Hopefully that's coming up very soon. I'll probably be up there along with a lot of others recording that when it opens. It's not as exciting as Line 5. There's no underground component, but that'll be a much needed boost to traffic or to transit up around that area. It'll make it easier to access Humber College. Rastaflex clothing, shoes, oils, and accessories. Humber College and York University. There's a new entrance. Oakwood Station coming up. What's the busiest LRT station? We don't know. Here is tired of AI. Just wait till you can't distinguish what's AI and what's not. Greetings, Chowdhury. Sublime Market and Produce. Neat little store. But yeah, this walk should be about 4.5 kilometers in total. So it'll be on the shorter end for a live stream. Maybe we'll poke around Mount Dennis a bit while I'm there. And then the plan will be probably to just hop on an Eglinton bus and head all the way back to Yonge and Eglinton. Greetings, Annette and Just Smitty. Hayden College is a Humber College student and excited for Line 6 to open. You won't have to take the 927 Express anymore. This has always been a bit of a perplexing development. It's like a strip mall with parking in front. RD says, are there good bike lanes on Eglinton? Nope. They're built in wherever there's a station, but the city still has to connect them between stations, and I think the Ford government has put some of those plans into peril. Eglinton Fashions. He says, cold day in the city, as I'm thinking I'm overdressed. There's a dude in a t-shirt in front of me. EK says it's 2 degrees Celsius, 35 Fahrenheit, but sunny in Milton. Rincon de la Boca Sports Bar. There's another suburban style plaza with the parking in front. Extreme Bins and Liquidation, one of those liquidation places selling probably Amazon returns. Yeah, I saw 4 degrees and I thought it was going to be cold, but now that I'm out, I am not that cold. Starbank. There's another Starbank down at Dufferin and College. That's the only other place I've seen one of those. I think I'm actually going to undo my jacket. What street is it? Oh, there's a library, Jeanette, if you're here. Looks like a brand new library. Tech Nest. Good afternoon, Mario. Philip tried to go for a walk last night, but was way too cold and went home. I did nothing yesterday. I took a total day off. I went through my comments and I did some work at my computer, but that's about it. Taste of Manila cuisine. Got some email from the CRA about my HST number. I'll look into that tonight, but I haven't been up to a whole lot. Mixology, Bistro and Bar. Then he says I get days off when I want to. There's Fairbank Station, right at Dufferin and Eglinton. It's the Kingston Patty Shop, Caribbean dishes. They got their smokers out front. Demi asks, do I get days off? Well, I want to have one, sure. I knew today I was probably not going to post a video and stream and make a video, so that buys me a free day. It's like a big public park area in front of Fairbank Station. Montreal just opened a big REM line. Yeah, I saw that. And Oh the Urbanity had Reese from RM Transit on a recent video talking about that. Oh, no left turns. That's why that dude was getting honked at. That little entrance to Fairbank Station over there. to 29 Sufferin' Dufferin bus. Rocky says, do a drive to New York. Well, I almost go to New York sometimes. I go to Niagara Falls. LRD testing in progress. It's neat how they just wedged this little station entrance into this spot. But look at that. That's like a giant substation or something. No retail, no entrance. Hopefully right near a very prominent intersection. That's not all that's going to be. Naughtybot says that small entrance makes way more sense than the palatial ones. This is really all you need. But for some reason Metrolinx is putting up these giant structures and taking away a lot of development opportunities just to have an entrance to what's basically an underground streetcar line. Sense it makes not. But there's going to be a few more stops that we're walking past coming up. That Fairbank entrance looks so wrong in front of the shoppers, but it looks more right than 99% of the other crosstown station entrances, in my opinion. Oh, big new development coming here. Cricket Park, total block transformation. Now leasing phase 1. There's a plaque here commemorating Fairbank. European farmers began a community here in the early 19th century. The land that was included in the 1805 Toronto Purchase Treaty between the Mississaugas of the Credit River and the British Crown. Yeah, Ro, we should be getting news on Line 6. Imagine if it opened the same day as Line 5. Wow, look at all those produce boxes stacked up in front of the natural or bakery or the market across the street. There is a no-frill supermarket right next to it. Check out a restaurant called Michi's. I'm about to walk by. Your friend owns it, says Joe Trudeau. Michi's. We'll have to keep our eye out for it. Sounds like Chi-Chi's. Is it a celebration of food? RD. Most would consider Little Jamaica to be in the area behind me. Ooh, the smell of KFC wafts through the air. That's a neat mural there. They've got a crosstown. Unfortunately, there's a Hyundai blocking it. A crosstown and a couple of old school TTC streetcars. That was done in 2017. Little did they know the crosstown wouldn't be open yet. Yeah, most would consider Little Jamaica between Marley and Dufferin, I would think. or Cedarvale, take your pick. The station. Simon's Gordon is here. Good afternoon. A couple of 32 Eglinton buses. No Frills Supermarket. Where's the 401 and 407? They are north of here, which would be to my right. How are the area businesses doing? That's a good question. Yummy Tummy all-day breakfast bar and grill. I might have to get myself some lunch in Mount Dennis when we get there. I'm running off my morning smoothie and coffee. Raiders and Barbers. Munchies R Us, Ice Cream Dreams. Canada says he rode the new electric buses a few days ago and they're pretty nice compared to the old cloth seats. I was on one over to Eglinton West today. I definitely prefer the plastic seats to the cloth ones. Ooh. We are apparently on 100% cellular here. Let me get the bonding. I didn't know that, but we've been on Bell ever since I reconnected the stream. I thought we were on Bell and Rogers. Drew's internet dropped for about 5 minutes. Hope you didn't miss anything exciting. I don't think so. But all right, guys, it might glitch out for a second here. I'm just going to bring the stream back in a second. Okay, there we go. I wanted to get back on the bonded connection between Bell and Rogers together rather than just relying on Bell. That looks like a plant shop. What gave me the clue? We're gonna go by a very big cemetery pretty soon, operated by the same group behind Mount Pleasant. So there's still a few more LRT stops coming up before we get to Mount Dennis. Drew says it just got very quiet. The audio seems muffled. Yeah, it does a little bit. How's that? Is that better? Oh, the mic input changed. That must be it. All right, let me know how that is. Are we better on the audio front?
Guess who I'm listening to right now? John Price.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Can I get your name, sir?
Huh?
What's your name?
It's Dave.
Dave?
Yeah, I don't want to be on camera.
No worries.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think I subscribed to you.
Oh, wow.
Got it live.
Well, thank you for watching.
Because of my injuries and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I can't really get out much, so I live vicariously through you and
Awesome.
get around the neighborhood and stuff like that.
Well, I appreciate you watching.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No. I was on the bus heading back up to the North Rails. I was like, oh my God, she's close. So I said, I'll come and say hi personally.
Well,
so yeah, Dave, man. All right.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
All the best.
Take care, man. Cheers. Friendly guy hopped off the bus to stream snipe. It's always nice to bump into a viewer like that. RD says friendly viewer. So did the audio get resolved? Hopped off the bus. Yeah, it seems like I was able to work out the audio there. But nice to meet you, Dave. Sierra Flamingo says, where am I walking to? We are walking to Mount Dennis. There's a new station that's opened up there. I'm making a video that features the opened part of Cedarvale Station. That's part one of the video. Part two is going to be Mount Dennis Station. So we're just heading over there to do the second part. Thank you, Demi7. Steph Curry is here. He says it was nice of Dave to snipe me. Very nice. I appreciate the effort. He got off his bus earlier just to say hi. It's been a while since I've walked through this area on stream. There's that big cemetery I talked about. That thing is huge. I think it goes south all the way down to St. Clair. And we're at Eglinton. It seems like it can't be right, but I'm 99% sure that's the same cemetery. What's my personal opinion on when the crosstown will open? I'm starting to believe it's going to be this year. Based on the fact that they opened that part of Eglinton West or Cedarvale. No way to know for sure. Howard Charco says your mom is resting at Prospect Cemetery. She passed away on November 4th, 1969. And with the earliest snowfall, 56 years, it reminded you of her passing. Well, sorry to hear that, Howard. Peacefully resting across the street. There'll be another crosstown LRT stop coming up. It took that blue Fresh Farm truck a while to get over. Simons Gordon says the Eglinton Crosstown will open this year before Christmas. Oh, here comes more cops. Something's going down. Get over, you white minivan. Get over. They are flying. Thank you, Anchan. And thanks everyone who stuck with me through the earlier technical difficulty. The province sent out an emergency province-wide alert, which had the nice effect of taking my live stream offline. No Clue says your mom, dad, and uncle are there too. I watched the finale to Squid Game last night. Oh, the Canadian girl was so much faster than the other two ladies, but she goofed and couldn't stay still. Same with the poker player. And then one girl just gave up. And the dude gave up. How can you be so close to $4 million and just... I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched. Sorry about that. Oops, my bad. Good cop chasing bad cop? That would be hilarious if that was the cops chasing the cops. I have my feeling, or I have a feeling it's not. This is Caledonia. There should be a LRT stop coming up. And there's a really, really unique thin sliver of a building coming up, if I am remembering this correctly. Yeah, there it is. Sophia's Bakery. Looks like a normal building from this side, but how narrow that is. It's kind of crazy. This old house here. Massage, aromatherapy. Hey, Leo Chung is here. Greetings, Leo. Human's Wonderland, you're welcome, and welcome back to the live stream. The Fairbank liberating rental living. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites. I wonder if they're going to nudge those rental prices up when the crosstown opens. Greetings, Divish. Flamer says, "Oh man, I'm late. Greetings from a now 54-degree Fahrenheit St. Louis Lambert Airport KSTL sector, everyone." That's very specific. That's neat. I think that's a pretty new building. It's nice when they're not just green and blue glass on the facade. There's Caledonia Station. So this loop here isn't a passenger pickup and drop off. This is actually for buses. So it doesn't look like you're going to be able to transfer without having to tap in again. So if you're at the end of your 2-hour window, you're going to get dinged another fare. (18A) to Yorkdale Station. No bus departures at this time. Welcome to the station, DJ Belmont. Greetings, only the strong survive is here. Willie is here. Hey, we've cracked 400 viewers. Good stuff. So this is where you're going to wait for the bus. I guess this is operating now. No bus departure, or I guess it's not, because it says no bus departures at this time. There's where you'll enter the station. They got a Freshco and a crappy tire. Johnny's at the end of the live stream soon. There's still a whole lot of nothing to walk past. We'll get to Mount Dennis. I wouldn't say we're at the end soon. Is that a subway station? It's a future LRT stop. Oh, there's a Dollar Tree in there as well, and a Rogers store. CIBC Bank. C-Mart. There's a bakery. Smoke Lab Cannabis. But they've already started extending the Crosstown West. Well, it looks like there's plans for a big development here, which makes sense with the LRT station opening soon. Wow, they're going to build a 60-story tower here. Ambitious plans. Vance Bakery. I got the walk sign, and I didn't even notice. service center. Alright, so what's the next stop? Mount Dennis? I think I did one video walking through Mount Dennis before, and it was kind of snowing, if I can remember, about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, there's a little strip of I think there's 2 LRT stations to go, right? There's a little strip of retail coming up and a stop at the bottom of that. It's been a while since I've walked this stretch. Willie's watching from South Florida, by the way, on a roof. Neat. Yeah, we gotta walk by Kiel. So whomever said this stream is ending soon, you're off a little bit. According to Google Maps, if you type in Little Jamaica, it'll include this stretch into it. At least it used to. Okay. Looks like they've closed off the sidewalk up ahead. Sovereign smoke. Across the street I will go, I guess. I'm digging the sidewalk up over there. Womp womp. And then after Kiel, we'll start to get close to Mount Dennis. We might actually see some test vehicles going in and out of the station. And they built that station in an old Kodak building. Zed Bar and Grill, or do they call it Z Bar? I may be Canadian, but Z sounds a little better. Look at all those plants. That's ridiculous. You call it jaywalk when you... No, it's not jaywalking. Jaywalking is when you cross against the signal. If you cross the street and you don't impede with traffic, that is perfectly legal. It is simply called crossing the street. But if you get in the way of any motorists or cyclists or anyone who belongs on the road, then you can get a ticket for that. You're only supposed to cross when it's perfectly clear to do so. Howard says they moved the Kodak building 100 yards south. Yeah. They had to move it to accommodate the LRT construction. Didn't they move it back? We'll have to look that up. This is the Eglinton Hill VIA. Just call this area Eglinton Hill. Peel Crosstown Dental. Right next to, oh, we accept Canadian dental care plan. I don't think I have that. My dental care consists of, I'm on vacation somewhere like Thailand. I'll go get some stuff done. Last time I got a cleaning, I got an x-ray, a cleaning, a checkup, and a laser tooth whitening. It was like $200 for everything. Good luck doing that in Canada. Fun Guy's Magic Mushroom Store. Oh, so you can see Mount Dennis off in the distance, our destination. There's Keelsdale Station, not to be confused with Keel Station. On the north side of the intersection is Trethewey. On the south side is Keel Street. What are my thoughts on Friday Harbor, Innisfil? I have no thoughts. Never occurred to me to collect thoughts on that. Big honkin' station right on the corner. Oh, someone's waving at me. Got another station here on the left. That's me, hello. You want to be on the stream?
Sure.
Hey, another viewer. My hands are a bit sweaty. Oh,
It's okay. Transit mobility.
oh Darren.
Yep,
How's it going?
it's going.
It's quite the scooter.
And the little picture on the front right here is actually a tribute to my mother.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I remembered you're out in this area, right?
Yeah. And I heard you were coming here, and I figured I'm going to try and say hi, you know.
Yeah, I'm making my way to Mount Dennis.
Yeah.
Neat. Well, everyone, this is Transit. Your full name, I can't remember it.
Darren Parberry.
Darren Parberry, Transit Mobility Scooter. He's in the chat. If you click his name, that'll take you to his channel as well. He did a video going along the Beltline Trail, which is just north of here.
And actually, when you pass Westside Mall, it's just on the other side of the Caledonia and up north, like 2 blocks.
Neat.
And then tomorrow, I'm charging all my equipment for tomorrow, because I'm going to be doing a run. If the weather holds out, I'll be doing 3 routes and 12 former bus loops.
Oh, neat. Well, the weather's cooperating again, right?
That's the thing. If it holds out, even though it's supposed to be about 7 or 8, which is nice, I can be out there, and it's going to be a huge area that I'm going to cover.
Well, as long as I guess for you, it's the precipitation and snow you don't.
That's what does it, because underneath, there's no...
What's the range on this?
I've got about 40 kilometers on a single charge.
Oh, you can go downtown and back.
Not quite.
Almost. Almost.
Next year, and I'm crossing my fingers, if things hold out, I will end up getting an enclosed mobility scooter, which will more than double my range.
Oh, that's neat. I've seen some people with like extra batteries and stuff.
Yeah, well, actually, I had my batteries replaced earlier this year. They used to be NiCads, but now they're gel. So the power in these is a lot more powerful than what I had.
Neat. Seeing some people saying hi to you. Lisa's in the chat. Well, I'm gonna get going over to Mount Dennis, but it's nice to meet you finally.
Yeah.
And best of luck with your adventures, and I'm sure we'll be in touch on the Stumbles channel.
Well, like I say, when I heard you were coming here, I said, you know what? I got to meet him, and I got to thank him.
Oh, well, thank you for being a good viewer and for turning out.
It was basically your idea that got me started in the project.
Well, it's through a different lens, right? There's a million people walking around the city, but there's not many people seeing it through your lens and putting that online, right?
And the hard part is actually when I do it on the sidewalks. Because some sidewalks, you just, as you saw in my second video, where I never even made it 2 blocks.
Well, good luck on that side of the street up there. It's completely closed off.
Actually, I'm going to be doing, when I do Eglinton, I'll be doing that side.
Well, hopefully that work is done.
Yeah, but one of my routes from Eglinton will actually be from Weston Road right over to Yonge Street.
Oh, that's a long haul.
And then looking at it, it'll probably be done in the full scooter.
Neat.
But Johnny, it has been an absolute pleasure.
Well, again, I got sweaty palms. I don't want to. All right. Well, it was good to see you.
And again, thanks again. And the symbols, by the way, for the feathers, they're actually in honor to remember the children that never made it home.
Oh. Very touching.
And that's part of my Indigenous heritage.
It's very thoughtful. And you've got a...
And the reflective stripes to make sure people can see me at night.
Yeah, and that's a... They make e-bikes too, that brand, Emo.
Yeah.
Well, I got the light. I probably want to be on that side so I can catch some
Yeah, it's actually
test vehicles.
on the north side.
Well, I'll be able to catch some test vehicles too. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Take care.
Happy trails. Cheers. That was Darren Parbury. He's been a viewer of the channel, making some videos of his own on his mobility scooter. That's 3 friendly people we've met on the way. So what I'm going to do is go over to the north side. Darren recommended that side anyways. We're going to walk by this old school, York Memorial Collegiate Institute, which is undergoing a massive redevelopment. There's Keelsdale Station. But what a nice, friendly guy. Wish him all the best. He's exploring the city through a totally different lens. Things we take for granted, not everyone takes for granted. Let's hope we see the crosstown in testing. Is that going to be an entrance to the station, or is that just another giant waste of land, courtesy of Metrolinx? Christo saw a few driving by Flemington Park. Yeah, you'll see them coming up in that area around the Science Center, which I will still be calling it. York Variety, Wing Machine, Dimes. All right, Demi 7, cheers. MM saying the sky is gorgeous. It's a nice shade of blue. But we are almost at the new station. I was debating, should I do a Cedarvale station video separate from a Mount Dennis station video? I thought, nah, let's just do them all as one. I still have the option to split it up into 2 separate videos. I'll figure that one out. Lisa says, nice day to not be inside. JD says, nice little card Darren has. Yeah, it's neat. He seems to be quite thoughtful about how he's done it up. Some thoughtful touches on it. There's the East York, not the East York, the York Civic Center. Oh, we are far from East York. But this is a brand new Go and Up Express station. And I think they're increasing the frequency of the Go trains on the weekends from every 60 to 30 minutes. That's every 30 minutes during the week that serves the Kitchener line. If I had a second microphone, I would have put it on Darren and asked him to walk along this stretch with me, but I don't know if you guys would have been able to hear him because I've just got this one microphone here, which doesn't do such a good job of picking up the sounds of other people around me. You'll notice sometimes when people are speaking to me, it can be a bit difficult to hear them. What's the street? Black Creek coming up. You'll notice bike lanes have reappeared everywhere there's a station. And although I could do a video on the Mount Pleasant neighborhood while I'm here, or the Mount Davis neighborhood, since I'm rarely out this way, I think it would be neat to wait for the crosstown to open. I think you'll notice an uptick in videos along destinations on the crosstown line once that happens. Oh, congrats, Christos. I personally think it's kind of dumb that you can get out of a ticket because the cop doesn't show up. But it is what it is. Because it's no sweat off the cop's back. Yeah, here's where the LRT vehicles will briefly travel outside. I think this is the only stretch on the entire west end of the Crosstown LRT where they're above ground. They spend most of the eastern stretch above ground. Right after Leaside at the Science Center, they pop up out of the ground. Do I think the crosstown will make Eglinton less boring in the West End? Well, you'll have to define boring. I think it'll make it neat. Or it'll be neat to see the changes. It'll make it neat. There's already some graffiti on there. Oh, there's a baseball diamond right there. He says it'll bring more life to the sidewalks. I think it'll certainly enable a lot more trips across Eglinton. I think psychologically people are just much more likely to hop on an LRT tram than one of these buses. There's a 32 Eglinton. This is Black Creek, Highway 400 and 401 to the north. Charco says your daughter had to go to court the same day they had the big fire at the high school. Was that the high school we walked past? Neat mural of the old Kodak building, it looks like, which, as Howard mentioned earlier, was moved 100 meters. I think there's a big service yard for the LRT vehicles up there as well. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any in testing. There's a big no frills. So this area has been crawling with YouTubers and transit geeks since November 16th. I'm a little late to the party, but we're here. Funny, this is Keelsdale Drive, but Keelsdale Station is one stop away. Hey, I can see a crosstown vehicle way off in the distance. I don't know if you guys can see it through the fence. Looks like the sidewalk is closed up ahead. Greetings, Whitby Dude. There's a staircase over there. I'm guessing this is the platform right here. See if we can get a peek. There's a TTC employee in there. This will be one of those terminal platforms where you'll just get on whichever train is chilling, regardless as to what side it's on. I don't see any benches or anywhere to sit. Oh, there's a bench. Hey! Hello there. Alstom Crosstown LRT vehicle. It says 5 Eglinton, Mount Dennis. How cool would it be if they would just give me a ride back to Eglinton? Sidewalk closed. Alright, well, let me in through here. Well, that was handy. I'm kind of giving away one of my videos, but test.
Going up. Montant.
Whippy Dude says, my ride home someday.
Concourse. Haut. Going down. Vous descendez.
Can we go this way? Can we go this way? Former building number 9. So that'll take us to Eglinton Avenue West, as well as the Go and Up Express. And this will take us up to the old Kodak building, apparently. Well, this is helping me with the video I'm about to make. Oh, they got washrooms, passenger pickup. We need more of that in our transit stations. There's a big bus terminal over there. So this is the old Kodak building. Oh, there goes a Go station, or a Go train.
Come on the bridge, over the bridge.
So this is an old Kodak building. Lee, hey Johnny, towards the early dress rehearsal for the opening of your Crosstown. Lee. Thank you, Lee. Thank you so much for the super chat. Cheers to you. Thanks to everyone else who has tuned in. There's a guy. Oh, the buses are using this. And look at that. One Bloor West, I believe that is way off in the distance. Or not, that might be another tower. So how does one get to that bus stop over there? Cool view minus the random dude. Sorry about that. A. Oh, you can go in the fare paid zone, but that'll take you, that's how you get to the bus bays. You gotta tap in here. That makes sense. I'll save that for my video. Eglinton Avenue West and Weston Road this way. Looks like there's someone taking pictures up ahead. So these things on the right will be advertising screens eventually. Welcome to your new station. Bienvenue à votre nouvelle station. I speak French as well as Mark Carney does. Elevators up to platforms 2 and 3. Marie Palmer says, very good. I thought I was butchering that. All right, we've hit the station platforms. Mount Dennis to downtown in 16 minutes. So the Up Express, I think we'll use these elevated platforms. Train departs in 6 minutes, going north. So this is the Kitchener line. On weekdays, the GO train should be every 30 minutes. And weekends every 60, but they're improving that to 30. As well as the Up Express. Eastbound, did that say 3 minutes?
Your 1419 Kitchener eastbound train to Union is arriving shortly at Mount Dennis on platform 3 and is 12 coaches long. Stay well back from the yellow line.
Votre train de 14h19 Kitchener en direction est à destination de Union arrive bientôt à Mount Dennis sur le quai 3 et est composé de 12 voitures. Reste bien loin de la ligne jaune.
Well, I guess we are gonna wait for the train and then maybe we'll wrap up the live stream. Sounds like a plan to me, eh? Then I'll do a video exploring the station. We'll have to see how it connects to the street that way. There's a lot of construction right there. I wonder why they announce how many coaches it is. Maybe that's a standard thing. But there's the old Kodak building again. Oh, look at that. Hello, CN Tower. So this will make the Up Express trains to and from the airport slightly longer, because they got to make this extra stop. And this one's quite close to Weston. And it's actually not that far from Dundas West, if you think about it.
Your 1419 Kitchener westbound train to Bramalea is arriving shortly at Mount Dennis on platform 4 and is 12 coaches long. Stay well back from the yellow line.
Votre train de 14h19 Kitchener en direction ouest à destination de Bramalea arrive bientôt à Mount Dennis sur le quai 4 composé de 12 voitures. Restez bien loin de la ligne jaune.
Just in case when I'm filming here, if I don't catch a train rolling in, I'll be able to insert this into the video. All right, Harjot. No, I'm not taking the train, to the person who just said, have a good train ride. I'm going to be making a video of this station. But I want to be able to capture a train rolling into the station. Here we go. If I stood at the other end of the platform, oh, we've got dueling trains coming in. We've got one coming in. I wonder why that's on the left side. Which one do I record? They both arrived at exactly the same time. I tried to spin the camera to capture the other one, but failed. I kind of want to hop on one of these trains, but I didn't tap my Presto. Technically, I don't think I'm supposed to be on the platform if I haven't tapped. Oopsie doopsie. Oops. Yeah, this whole train stop. One person got on. Oh.
An Up Express train to Union is arriving shortly.
Two people just got off.
The elevated portion of platform 3, and for your safety, stay back from the yellow line.
Oh, there's an Up Express train arriving.
Or have a valid ticket before you board.
Un train Up Express à destination de Lyon arrive sous peu. Dirigez-vous vers la partie surélevée du quai 3 et pour votre sécurité, restez en retrait de la ligne jaune. Veuillez vous assurer que vous vous êtes connecté ou que vous avez un billet valide avant de monter à bord.
Go, you big choo-choo. Next stop, Weston. That should be like literally a few minutes from here. Let's see when this Up Express train is rolling in. Hey, Transit History by Mobility Scooter. It was great to meet you, Darren.
À partir de dimanche, le 23 novembre, nous introduisons un service de 30 minutes le week-end sur la ligne de Kitchener. Nous prolongeons également 4 voyages de fin
Train
de
departs.
semaine pour desservir Kitchener-Go. À partir de lundi le 24 novembre, le service en semaine sur la ligne Kitchener
did it
sera
lie
augmenté
about when
et
the
les
next-
horaires seront ajustés. Apprenez-en davantage
Hey, we
sur
got
notre
super
site
chat.
web.
Joe Rosenall, $5. Thank you for the early look at Mount Dennis. Go and for all your videos. Transit is fun to explore. Thank you, Joe. You're very welcome. Thank you for tuning in and joining me on this adventure. And for the support, I'm going to be going live again in a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean probably Friday. But I want to thank everyone so much for tuning in. Mods, Patreon supporters, channel members, everyone who sent support, everyone who said hi on the stream. Darren, it was nice to meet you. I met Dave as well, and a nice lady over in Little Jamaica. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell. It helps with the algorithm. I see a train off in the distance. But I can't tell if it's coming this way or not. At least it says good job, thank you. Well, it's right there. Let's just capture this train rolling in. Signed off too early. Here we go. We've got an up express train. There we go. There's a guy coming at me. Nope, he went on the train. So this is the Up Express Airport Express train. Well, at least I got to record that. Just using the other camera. A little B-roll action, but for the last time, I promise. Thanks to everyone so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll probably go live Friday and then again Sunday for the Santa Claus Parade. Yeah, I know you don't say it like that, but thank you guys. Yoink. Oh, Alicia Lewis. Have an awesome day, Johnny. $2. Sorry, Alicia, I missed it. Thank you, Alicia Lewis. All right, cheers, guys.